What's up? It's your boy Coaster. I'm with Jim, Liz, and Birdie, and we're crossing the street.
I mostly found some L's, late nights in cheap hotels. Sleep is overrated, knee deep in my own hell. I just want to lay beside you, and I even miss the smell of coffee brewing in the morning like a cauldron full of smoke.
Okay, Birdie, you got your good sound?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. You ready? And away we go. Birdie!
Hey.
We are here today with Coaster. How are you, my friend?
I'm good. How you doing, man?
Pretty good. Where did you just drop in from?
I'm from Selah, Washington, so Central Washington. We just dropped down Gresham, Oregon.
At the 4D Center here. Quite
Yes.
the show. You just got off stage. Great work.
Thank you.
How was the crowd? Did you have a good time?
It was good. It was good. They're very responsive. The place is full of pizza. You gotta love that.
Yes, Papa John's at that. So they got the best pizza.
Hey.
We have a gluten-free member, so I got to have 2 slices of blank pizza tonight. So thanks,
Heck
Liz.
yeah.
Yes.
So what's the next step then? Where are you headed to next? Are you leaving Gresham and headed where?
Go to Gresham, get some rest. Mount Vernon. Next weekend we have a festival at Tulip Town in Mount Vernon. Hoop for the Valley Music Festival. And then after that, I have Downtown Summer Nights, probably my only hometown show of the year in Yakima. Gonna be big.
How'd you get involved with this from Yakima's distance, I guess?
Skylar Ray connected with me. Skylar Ray, we've been kind of following each other for a while. He does the whole recovery tours, and I actually do motivational speaking at schools. Earlier this year, I celebrated 8 years of sobriety, so it's just kind of something that just, the stars aligned, and he invited me out for this event, so big shout out to Skylar.
We love Skylar. We love Kayla. They're always doing great things in our community here, so we really appreciate what they do.
Absolutely.
One of the cool questions that we kind of formulated when talking today, I think you kind of already addressed, is you live the clean and sober lifestyle, but yet you perform with the likes of Afro Man and things like that. How are you able to do that? How are you able to balance recovery with what is, hip hop?
I feel like it's all about building a support system and a network around you. I have my beautiful wife that actually does all my videography and photography, so she's basically my business partner. And when we come to do shows, we're on the job. So she's very supportive of what I do, and it all really started, the ball got rolling when I decided to talk about my sobriety on stage, because it's not something I've always done, because I've done music for a lot longer than 8 years. But when I started talking about it, a lot of people were relating and resonating with the message, and bug hit me in the face. Started resonating with my message, and that's where we started seeing touching people's lives a little bit, and it started to just kind of grow from there, and it's just been an amazing support system, and I get to meet so many wonderful people everywhere.
Wonderful merch diet, by the way. Great table.
Thank you.
Birdie, check this out. One of the favorite things I've seen at a table in a while. Look at this.
Oh my goodness.
It's its own. He has his own air freshener.
That's so awesome.
It smells like my belly button lit.
Oh no! Well, I was gonna say I can't wait to swell it, but
Nah, it's watermelon. It's watermelon.
okay.
What got you into that choice of merch, I guess?
Just wanted to be different. When we tour the nation, it's weird seeing what different parts of the nation buy different stuff. It's just like we were on tour with Stevie Stone, and we went down to Arizona, and we didn't think that people would want hoodies in the middle of the summer, and they bought out all my hoodies. So it's just kind of finding little knickknacks that people pick up and just being different,
Well, speaking of being a little different, big up to our monthly sponsor, Rappy Dusky and PDX Radio. All of you artists out there, submit your tracks to prettydopesubmissions@gmail.com, and Rappy will get you played on his credited radio station.
Right now.
We've got a wonderful asset here in town, Rappy Dusky, who plays local music from submissions across the United States on his segment called Locals Only. So make sure you submit your music. I'd love to have some of it. What was the last song that you did there with the crowd interaction?
Yeah.
It's called Hot Girl Summer.
Oh, okay. I like that one.
Hey, and summer's about here, Hot Girl Summer.
You had the whole crowd turned up pretty good with that one. Everybody was having a great time.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're like, put your hands in the
All right, honest question of the night. How many pieces of pizza did you eat?
None. I haven't eaten any yet.
Somebody get this man some pizza.
Right? I try not to eat before I go on stage, man. I actually get really nervous. People are usually pretty surprised that I'm actually very much an introvert, and I get super nervous before I get on stage or do public speaking events, so I try not to eat before I go up.
We do bring everybody a gift on the show if you've watched our program. As courtesy of Cross the Street, we do have you your official Cross the Street tee. Make sure you flex that for us on the gram there. Make us look extra special.
Wow.
Also, big ups to our other monthly sponsor, Miss Sophistication, located at
2801 Southeast 122nd, open from 10:30 a.m. to 8 p.m.
That's Miss Sophistication. She does a lot of special graphics, and she has a great clothing line as well. Birdie's had some of that
I
stuff.
love it. Go check her out now.
You support any local brands where you're from? Is there like restaurants that you eat at?
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Big shout out. Actually, my older producer, he's the founder of Respect My Region, which is a huge hip hop blog in the Northwest. And they actually started out as a clothing company in Ellensburg, Washington, around the area, the region where I'm from. But yeah, we like to support a lot. And we're trying to get a new vlog going. We've been talking about it a lot because we love food, and we travel a lot, and we're trying to get this vlog up and running called Menus Between Venues. And this is just kind of our food exploration and supporting local businesses while we tour the country.
That's amazing.
Team Cross the Street has put on quite a few pounds traveling around town and eating, so
Me too.
we know the struggle here. Great relationship between you and your girlfriend as well. She does all your video work and photography. You support her. Is his wife? It's your wife. That's
wifey.
It's my show.
He's like, I say what I want.
You do support her work as well, as long with her
Absolutely.
supporting you. Great tie-in. We really like that. We thought
Thank
that
you.
was very. What about you? Any big plans for you moving forward with your creativity?
Oh man, I don't know. We like making our music videos. We're talking about maybe writing a movie and doing something like that, maybe a documentary kind of series. So yeah, I mean, possibilities are endless right now.
Yes, that's exciting.
Let's put some more miles on the airplane there and get this documentary done.
Absolutely. We've already filmed in Salem, Massachusetts. We filmed in Hawaii. Where else have we filmed? I just I was a surprise guest for a festival in El Paso, Texas. Big shout out to Joyous, who actually sponsored me, who is a non-alcoholic wine company from the Seattle area, 100% woman-owned, 100% sober-owned, and just we're building with like companies and nonprofits, and it's been amazing.
I was excited to see you threw out the first pitch for the Yakima Pippins.
I did. That was like a few nights ago.
Wow.
Big shout out to the Yakima Pippins. Big shout out to their manager, Jeff. It was just really cool, and it was an honor for their season opening game. And I think I threw a strike. I think I kind of had a can. Well, the thing is, they have you throw an apple. Because it's the Yakima Pippins, and you throw out an apple, you pitch it to them, the catcher meets you halfway, they take a bite, you take a bite and shake hands, and that's kind of like the tradition.
Learn something new.
Really cool.
Tell me more about the drink that they made for you at your local barista shop.
Yes, big shout out to River Canyon Espresso and Eatery in my hometown of Selah, Washington. It was a lotus-based drink, and it actually matches the colors on my album. So if you're in my hometown or Yakima, go to River Canyon and get one while you can. It's called the Wish Me Worries Lotus, because it's named after my album, Wish Me Worries.
Nice.
Being a fellow musician myself and having a passion for music and beats and whatnot, is there a moment where you've kind of felt like this was all working? The moment where you were like, I think I can do this and continue to travel and...
Yeah, and I feel like, I've been at it for a really long time, but it was like in the last couple of years that it really like started to hit me, and working with a new engineer out of Atlanta. Big shout out to Dakota G. Things just started happening, and we were actually in Salem, Massachusetts, filming the music video for a song of mine called Danny Dennison, and that's when I got the very last final drafts for the last songs on my album, and we listened to it all the way through. It was very emotional. It's a moment that I'm not going to forget, and me and my wife sat there on a rainy day in Salem and just listened to my pretty much final copy, and it was amazing.
How about like a moment for you? Like I call them gym hip hop moments. I've had Yuck Mouth from the Loonies hand me a joint during 420 event. I was there the day Keith Murray and Ayatollah met for the first time in Portland, Oregon, of all places.
Crazy.
Do you have any moments like that are kind of stand out for you, Coaster?
I have a ton, like, not to flex at all, but I've opened for a lot of big name acts. I don't know why this comes into my mind, but Snack the Ripper a handful of years ago came to the U.S. for the first time and actually gave him his very first Voodoo's Donut. And that was just, we performed at Paris Theater that night, and I gave him his first Voodoo's Donut. But a lot of crazy stuff. I got to know Afro Man pretty well. We've done 5 regional tours together. We just did a festival out in Richland, Washington, and the very first thing he says when he steps out of the car is "Coaster." And so it's little things like that. I feel like we have a lot of that where it's just like, it's weird. It's still weird to me, but it's amazing to have like moments like that.
Where'd you get your name, Coaster?
My grandma gave me the name Coaster, so I've had the name my whole life. We actually just went, like my whole childhood is on VHS because my grandma just kind of documented everything. And so we actually went back and was watching those recently, and even as of like 1 year old that they were calling me Coaster. So it's just been a family name of mine my whole life.
We have, quite the chef on our team. We also have quite the dancer on our team. You got any dance moves?
I don't.
What?
She's like, you do. I don't.
What is your go-to dance that when a song comes on and you're just like, let me hit that, hit it?
I don't know. I'm not much of a dancer. Sometimes I get into it.
Show us what it is. Tell us what it is.
All the time.
Sometimes I'll do that on stage just because it's funny. But
the coaster shuffle. The coaster shuffle.
Coaster shuffle. Hey. Okay.
You gotta like point your toes out. And, I don't know.
All right, Birdie, let's see your coaster shuffle.
Okay, point my toes out. Just like.
Now you got a drink named after you. Now you got a dance named
now
after you.
I have a dance named after me.
Yes.
Love it.
Snickers or ice cream?
Snickers ice cream.
Ooh, the double whammy.
Yes. And if you could visit any country or state, what would it be?
I really want to go to Italy. My wife's Italian. We really want to go to Italy pretty bad.
I like that.
Or just Europe in general.
Europe, that sounds
We
class.
love being tourists. We love historic stuff. We love history and exploring places.
Where was the last place where you at where you maybe felt a little out of place then?
Out of place? Probably Texas. Like I don't know all of my genes, but I've grown up knowing I'm Mexican and white, and I don't speak Spanish. I know a little bit, but down there everybody was speaking Spanish to me, and I'm just like, I know enough to get by, but it was just kind of funny.
It's a joke on our show that Birdie falls for the classification of all of the browns.
All the colors.
I get that sometimes. Or just like sorry to cut you off. That's like going to Hawaii. When we did a show in Hawaii in like 2018, they're just like, what island are you from, bro? And I'm just like, I'm a fat Mexican, bro. I'm not Hawaiian. Like I'm from Washington State.
And if you could work with anybody, big or small, left or right, who would it be?
R.I.P. Mac Miller. Of course, Mac Miller. I would love to collab, and just because of his mission as well, Macklemore, his last album that he just put out, Ben, we've been playing it on repeat, and he's got such a good message, and just, I feel like just absorbs the whole just Northwest culture in his style and everything, and so probably Macklemore as well.
Oh, nice.
What kind of music are you into right now, Birdie?
Oh my goodness. Actually, I'm listening to like all the locals. I got all the locals that just pops up on my list. Number one is like Swiggle Mandela. I don't know. He's just my go-to.
Is there anybody out here in Portland, Northwest area that you like to connect with, I guess?
Shout out to Immaculate. You already know. Ilmac from PDX. I know my homies, Wildcard. Originally from California, grew up in Spokane. They have a song together. Shout out to Wildcard, man. Good dude, good people.
We've had Caleb on the show a few times. We celebrated New Year's Eve with Caleb in the Studio 21 team.
That's a different
That was
Wildcard.
so fun,
That's
yeah.
a different Wildcard.
Oh, different Wildcard.
Different Wildcard.
We got multiple Wildcards in the Northwest. How about that?
Yeah.
Is that
What a Wildcard?
Oh, you got jokes
Call me
too.
Birdie Wildcard.
But I do know Caleb Wildcard too. Shout out to him.
Big ups to Caleb. Big
Yeah,
ups to
talented,
Caleb.
super talented guy.
They've got a whole team out here, the Studio 21 team that they run with. It's pretty deep, so. Ran through about 15 minutes pretty quick, my friend. You want to give some special love, shout-outs, PSAs on the way out of here before we wrap this up?
Big shout out to Cross the Street.
Hey.
Big shout out to PDX. We're out here. Big shout out to my hometown, Slawtown, Costarelli. What's up?
All right, let's take it out with the Coaster Shuffle. Ready? Go.
Coast.